Good morning, guys. It's Saturday, December 6th, 2025. I'm about to start a 2-day, 1-night solo backpacking trip to Eagle Rock Loop in the Ouachita National Forest. One of the most epic trips in the entire state of Arkansas. Let's do this. We are starting at the lower Athens Big Fort Trailhead. We are going clockwise. The great thing about starting at the lower Athens Big Fort Trailhead is you get to climb an additional mountain. You get to climb Tom Mountain, which is not included in the 6 ridges of Eagle Rock Loop. We're basically walking to the intersection of Eagle Rock Loop where the Viles Branch Trail intersects with Athens Big Fort. And that's technically where Eagle Rock Loop starts. So we're climbing Tom Mountain now. On top of Tom Mountain. You know, opinions vary. A while ago, I said the great thing is you get to climb an extra mountain, but sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. The fog should burn off in an hour or so, but on the other side of those pine trees there is Eagle Rock Vista, which is the first mountain on, technically the first mountain on Eagle Rock Loop once we get down there. But what you can't see is a big valley and the ridgeline over there. But like I said, it should burn off. We have officially come to the Eagle Rock Loop. So we're gonna go left here, and that'll take us clockwise up Athens Big Fort. And this is Viles Branch Trail. We're climbing our second mountain, but the first mountain, official mountain on Eagle Rock Loop. We're climbing up Eagle Rock Vista. Should be some good views if the fog will burn off. I'm hoping it'll be a little bit better when I get up there. I reached the top of Eagle Rock Vista. The trail goes down there to you go down Eagle Rock Vista and then go up Brush Heap Mountain. There's our vista. Complete total whiteout. If you guys clicked on this video, the thumbnail that I used will be Eagle Rock Vista. So you'll get to see what it looks like. But it's one of the most gorgeous places up here. All right, we're gonna keep moving forward. Dense fog warning. I'm hoping it'll burn off soon. We've got good views coming up. The next mountain on top of Brush Heap is another really good view. Going up Brush Heap from this direction is way easier than coming counterclockwise. Well, still a whiteout. I'll try to get some good shots. Made it to the top of Brush Heap. And guys, I do apologize. I had grand intentions of showing y'all some great views today. That's the vista to go up to Brush Heap. Beautiful view. But as you can see, total whiteout. So hopefully this will burn off soon. For now, we're just gonna keep going. Next mountain we're coming to should be, I wanna say Leader Mountain. And coming from the direction I'm coming, looks like it's gonna be like Brush Heap is, usually coming the other way. It's gonna be tough. Going down Leader Mountain. So we've got 3 more to go. We've got Briar Creek, then McKinley Mountain, and then Hurricane Knob, which is Spirit Rock Vista. I'm hoping when I get to Spirit Rock that all that will be burned off. And I'll actually be able to show you all a view. But if not, I'll just pass it by. It's 11:15. I'm made on top of Briar Creek Mountain. As you can see, we're still in the fog. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the last 2, McKinley and Hurricane Knob. And once I get to the end of Athens Big Fort, I'm gonna take a pack off break, eat some lunch, and then head down the Little Missouri Trail toward Missouri Falls. We're going up McKinley Mountain right now. I mean. Here's the spur trail for the Spirit Rock Vista. We're just gonna pass on through. It's still a whiteout. Okay, we just topped Hurricane Knob, which is Spirit Rock Vista. And right behind me to the right, going that way, is the spur trail for the Vista, but we're not even gonna go. I just walked right by it. So we're gonna continue on down to where Athens Big Fork intersects or with the Little Missouri, and I'll take a lunch there. I keep saying we, but it's just me. I guess y'all are we. But yeah, so I'll do a pack off break, eat, and filter some water down at the Little Missouri or whatever creek that is. But when I get to the Little Missouri Trail here, and then we're gonna make a trek toward Missouri Falls. As luck would have it, I'm halfway down the last mountain and the sun's starting to poke out, and you can start, the fog's starting to burn away. I wish it would have been earlier, but that's okay. I'll take it now. Made it to the Little Missouri at 110. Oh. So I'm gonna do a pack off break here, get horizontal for a few minutes, maybe prop my feet up, and then get back on trail, man. So Little Missouri starts here, and our next stop will be Little Missouri Falls. But right now, I'm getting horizontal and drinking water and eating. Gotta eat. Oh. I went ahead and filtered the water. I put my pad down on a bed of moss, stretch my back out, get pressure off my feet. So I'm gonna have lunch, beef jerky and cheese, and barbecue flavored pork skins. Based on basically we've done 9.2 miles so far. Not a very big day, but we climbed 7 mountains. So hopefully we'll pick up the pace a little bit after lunch here. But I plan on, let's see. It's 125. I went ahead and filtered water. We got here at 110, so I went ahead and filtered water and filled up my bottles and everything. So when I get done eating lunch, I can just pack up and go. But there's been a lot of people. 4 or 5 hikers. Seen people at multiple different campsites. There's 4 or 5 cars over here. But it's been good so far. The sun's come out. I don't know if you can see that. As soon as I got off of Spirit Rock Vista, the sun started coming out. And now it's beautiful. The sky is blue. So it should be a good rest of the day. Tomorrow, 20% chance of rain. Whether it rains or not, I'm I know my feet are going to be wet all day. Got multiple creek and river crossings. I've managed to keep them completely dry today, taking my time, going super, super slow. But tomorrow's going to be a wet day, even if it don't rain. I don't know where we'll wind up tonight, but wherever I'm at around 4 o'clock, I'll start looking for a campsite at that point. And then, based on where I camp at, I'd love to get up and do a night hiking, and I hope I can do that tomorrow. But if our first river crossing is too close to camp, then I'll just wait till sunlight. I'm not gonna cross the river in the dark. So yeah, this place is busy today. All right, well, I'm gonna chillax here and enjoy being horizontal for a little bit and eat lunch, and then I'll check back in. I'm back on the trail. Oh, it's 2 o'clock on the dot. So I'm gonna get back started. I don't know what the temperature is. I know that all morning long I'd sweat going up the mountains and freeze going down. And then I just took a 30, 45 minute lunch and wound up getting pretty chilly. So I put on my puffy and my gloves, and I'm sure I'll come out of it not too long from now, but the sun's out, feels great. So our destination at this point is Little Missouri Falls. Somebody's been doing a lot of work. It's 3:40. We're about a half a mile away from Little Missouri Falls. Once we get there, I get there, I'm gonna find the first available camp spot, grab water, and set up camp. Sunset, I believe, is just after 5. I'm not sure. This spot's kind of endearing to me. Me and my youngest son camped right here this summer. We're almost at Little Missouri Falls. Little Missouri Falls. Alright guys, made it to Little Missouri Falls. I would have filmed a whole lot more up there, but it was packed, a lot of people. I came down, passed it just a ways and came down to Little Missouri River and got water for camp. I'm about 0.2 away from the first campsite, so I'm just going to stay there. It's 4:15. I think the sun sets just either right before or right after 5 o'clock. So I'm going to head to camp and get my tent set up and see you at camp. Okay, so I was wrong. The campsite's 0.4 away. I should have came down. I should have not got water there and got it here. Instead of carrying 3 liters, 0.4. But got water, that's all that matters. I was hoping this was going to be a nice campsite because I've passed up some really good ones. And it is. It's nice. Very nice. If you use far out and you have your direction set as clockwise, this is at mile marker 4.2. Very nice. Probably 5 or 6 tents here. And there's the Missouri, Little Missouri. All right, guys, I'm gonna take my pack off, get the camp set up, and I'll holler at y'all here in a little bit. I'm in my tent. Got everything set up. Need to get organized in here a little bit, but it's about 5 o'clock. Got to camp at around 4:25, I think. I'm not exactly sure. But got in 13.8 today, knocked out all 7 mountains. And I keep saying 7 because I parked at the lower Athens Big Fork Trailhead. So I had to climb Tom Mountain and then start Eagle Rock Loop officially. But knocked out all 7 ridges, and tomorrow, I haven't looked exactly what my distance is tomorrow, but just going to finish up tomorrow and get back to the car probably about 1 o'clock. But I think I've only got 13 or 14 miles to go, but it's all pretty cruisy, so nothing like today at all. I also haven't looked if I'm far enough away from the first river crossing, then I would absolutely love to get up and start it at dark and do night hiking. I love that. But if I'm close enough to the first river crossing where if I started night hiking, I'd have to cross the river at night, I'm not going to do that. I'll just wait until daylight. But hopefully I can get some night hiking in the morning. I'd love to start about 6 o'clock. But I'll keep you posted. I'm going to relax here for a little bit. I've got my feet airing out. I'm going to cook. I've got a next mile meal. I've got 2 left. I'm not eating these anymore. But basically all I've had today, well, before I left the house this morning, I ate beef, salmon and eggs, but on trail today I've had beef jerky, cheese, and chips, pork rinds. But tonight I get cream cheese after I have my next mile meal. But after this trip, I'll have a next mile breakfast in the morning too. But after this trip, I'm seriously considering just moving completely away from those meals and just packing my bag with cream cheese and cheddar cheese and beef jerky, or in anything else I can eat that's not loaded with sugar. But yeah, I'm gonna relax here for a little bit and get something cooking here in a minute, and then I'm gonna look at the map and see what kind of make a ballpark plan for in the morning. So I'll catch you back here in a little bit. I think I'm just gonna go to bed, and I'm just not hungry. I'm so tired. If I wake up and I get hungry, I'll cook, but otherwise I'm doing all I can just to stay awake right now. So I'm gonna call it a night, guys. And short of Bigfoot showing up or anything like that, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is about 4:45. Slept like a baby and woke up ravenous. I am eating. I'm gonna heat up my last two next mile meals. So I've got Italian beef marinara. I know you can't see it. And then I've got steak omelet. And I'm gonna rehydrate both of them and then make a cup of coffee. Can't really leave until about 6:30 because the first major river crossing is 1.3 miles away. I got a total of 14.4 or 8 to get back to my car. I'm hoping to be back to my car about 2, I would think. If you average 2 miles an hour and I start at 6:30, that's 5.5 hours. So that should have me at 11 miles by noon, and then a few after that. I'm getting packed up. Hopefully I'll be out of here before in enough time to walk 1.3 and it'd be daylight at the first river crossing. So it's not as cold as I thought. I thought it was gonna be 32 last night. I don't think it got down that far, that low. I'm gonna get packed up and get moving. All right, back on trail. I left at 7:04. First river crossing is 1.3 miles away. Hopefully there's a 20% chance of rain. Hopefully it won't rain today. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I checked. All right, off we go. I made it to the first river crossing. I'll try to get over as dry as possible. Made it over, completely dry. Great. Those guys have got their ridge line and their clothes hung up across the trail. The fire that they made is almost in the trail. I may have avoided it as long as I can. I may have to go ahead and get wet here. I'm gonna try not to. I may go up a little ways here. Whew, managed to get across with just the tip of my left foot getting wet. I don't know where I'm at mile wise, but I think the next stop that I would have would be Albert Pike. Pretty sure. and cheese for a snack. I think I've gone 4.5, maybe 5 miles, I'm not sure. Whew, the back of that's cold. I may wind up regretting taking off that puppy. All right, back on the trail. Outlet Pike Wreck area. The trail goes through the parking lot and then cuts up to the right here in a minute. I'm going to winding stairs. I have done so good about keeping my feet dry, but there is one coming up. I know that I won't be able to do it, and I hope I can do it here. We'll see. Did better than I could have, but I did get a little wet. I decided to take my break. I'm basically at Winding Stairs. I got to cross the river, and Winding Stairs is right there. But I'm not going to be able to stay dry, so I decided to take my horizontal break where I rest my feet and stuff before I get wet, because there's no avoiding that. I'm going to be wet. I'll check. I don't know how many miles I've got. Let me look. As far out to say that I've got 4.8, but it's saying that I have 4.7 to the junction. So I know climbing Tom Mountain and getting over to the parking deck is a lot longer than 0.1. I think it's either 1.2 or 0.7. It's one of the two. But anyway, it's getting cold just sitting here, laying here, but I gotta have a break. These last miles, my feet are on fire. always gonna have cheddar cheese, cream cheese, and beef jerky. Nothing new. But it's yeah, I guess my watch died. I got here at 11:15. I think it's close to 11:30 now. So I'm gonna do a 15-minute break real quick and then hightail it out of here. I'm ready to get back to the car. It's supposed to rain. I'm hoping I can get back to the car before the rain. But I'm gonna rest here for a little bit and get back. Time to roll. One of the most beautiful spots out here, but I'm not going down to it because I'm trying to beat the rain. A little concerned about the second river crossing. That one was cold, but I mean, it was okay. Everything's so much higher than what I've ever seen it when I come out here. So I don't know if the next one is gonna be deep or not. I hope not. Either way, we're going through it. My car's like 4.5 or 8 miles away from that spot. There's the famous refrigerator. We're on the Viles Branch Trail, headed to Athens Big Fork Trail. 3.5 miles away. Okay, this ain't gonna be bad at all. I was thinking that this was really bad at one point, but it's not bad at all. So, it'll be cold, but ridges. Once I got over that last major river crossing, I don't know why I'm so stressed out about it, but I was really thinking it was going to be strong, but it almost feels like I'm on the final little home stretch of the trail, and I guess I am. I've only got maybe 3 miles to the junction, Athens Big Fork, and then of course I got to turn and go up Tom Mountain after that to get to my car. But I've really enjoyed it. It's been a good trip, been a good learning. Every time I go out on trips, I learn something different. Got about 3 miles to where I cut up and go up Tom Mountain. So I'll see you at the junction. Back to the junction, which means I've officially finished the Eagle Rock Loop Trail. I'm gonna continue on here to the Athens Big Fort South Trailhead that way. And I get to climb Tom Mountain at the very end of this thing. But before I do that, there's a campsite right there. I'm gonna take a pack off break. I'm gonna get horizontal and just enjoy myself before I got about 0.7 to the car to the South Trailhead. But funny enough, Far Out says that this location here is further away than the parking lot that I'm going to. I don't get it. I know the parking lot's at least, because I got to go up Tom Mountain, down Tom Mountain, and up a gravel road. I know it's at least 0.7. I think it might be 1.2. I'm not sure. But Far Out is not exactly accurate on the mileage and everything. Oh, this feels so good. I figured out keeping this on the top of the bag is a lot easier. And when I drop the bag, I don't have to bend over or roll the bag over all over and try to get to the bottom of it. I'll pop this off and lay down for a second and get my feet up. Oh. And 10 or 15 minutes of this is, you'd be surprised. But I just want to sit here and kind of enjoy. There's a really nice view. I'll show it to you here in a second. But I got to the junction at 1:36. It's 1:39 here. I'll probably take 10 minutes and just relax for a minute before I climb up Tom Mountain. Because my loop is not officially done, I guess, until I get to the lower Athens Big Fort Trailhead. And then I'll officially be done. But I'm sure Tom Mountain's going to give me a farewell to the Ouachita National Forest. One good kick in the pants before I leave. But I absolutely love it out here. The camera don't do it justice. But it's a beautiful little view. All right, back on the trail. Here's where we're going. We're following the arrow to the trailhead where I'm parked at. Made it to the top, Tom Mountain. It is cold and windy up here. Feels like I was just here yesterday. Just recorded the whole outro and didn't realize it was not recording. But that's a wrap, guys. I'm going to post right here down at the bottom the numbers, the total trip numbers and everything. But it was a great trip. Enjoyed it. I wish I could have showed you more views, but it was still a fabulous trip. If you're planning a trip, this should be high on your list. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, I want to show you something real quick. Hold on. This is how not to pack your bag. So I don't know if I told you guys or not, but my bag weighed 31 pounds going into this trip. And I wish I would have weighed my food bag. But there's trash in here too. I'm gonna show you all the food that came along for the ride that I did not eat. Alright, got a half a bag of chips. This was one day's little snacks. That's a half a pound of cheese right there, and then 4 beef jerkies. This is just coffee and stuff. Then 1 Next Mile meal. The remaining beef jerkies out of my first pack. Another pound of cheese. And 26 ounces of beef jerky, another full package. So if you want advice on how not to do something, just watch how I do it. All this stuff right here, I'm gonna weigh this when I get home, and I'm gonna put it down at the bottom of the screen. But all of this, I don't know how much this weighs. I'm very curious to see. But just carried it on my back for the fun of it. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making them, and we'll see you next time.